So in a previous video we have designed this activity and we have implemented a simple list view that displays all the record from student table, right? And in this video I will show you how to customize our list view and how to populate that list view using our custom adapter, right? So here we will create one layout file that will populate our list view. So let me design one layout file, right? So just right click on layout folder and create one layout resource file and just name this file, let's say student list item, and in a root element you can set any layout you want, right? My preference is constraint layout, so let's say constraint layout. Select it and just hit on OK. Okay, let me correct this because there is no such layout exist, right? So I need to do some corrections. Just create constraint layout and assign height and width, and the rest will be handled by Android Studio itself. It's height and it's a match parent. So our root element is constraint layout. Now I will design this activity. So I need to display roll number, name and city. So I will design this activity like that only.
You stole my heart of gold after my silver soul. Can you dig any deeper now? I gave you all I own, put you on this golden throne, but I'm a little stronger now. You cashed in on my promises, you know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out.
So now here we have designed our list item, and that will be filled in our list view. Now we will create one Pojo class that will hold our data, let's say student. So just right click, select new and create one Java class. I will name it student. You can name it anything but keep it relevant. Just click on OK, and we'll create three variables, one for the student ID, one for student name and one for student city. So just create three variables and we will create one constructor, and then we will create getter setter method. You can use alter insert shortcut to generate the codes, or you can right click and select that option right from the pop-up menu. So just create the getter setter methods, and we have the following line of code. Optionally you can override this toString method, right? So it will simply return all the records in a string like format, right? Now we will create one class, okay, and we will customize our adapter. So name it anything. My preference over here is MyListAdapter or MyArrayAdapter, or you can name it anything, right? Just name it and hit on OK. Now we need to extend ArrayAdapter, and actually I have created one video on this. You can go through it and you will have the following line of codes once you go through that video. Now here student is our Pojo class, right? And here I have used 3 text view that represents ID, name and city, and here I am setting the value, right? I will retrieve this value from the student Pojo class that will pass from here. So here in display student we need to change this line of codes, right? And here we are using get student method that will fetch all the record from student table. So let me remove the unnecessary code first of all, and here in array list I need to change it so it can hold student object. Now our array list will be able to hold the student object, and simply we'll find the list view. Then we will use get student method that will fetch the cursor, and that cursor contains all the student record, right? And in a list we have add method. Of course we know add method is used to add data or object in our array list. And here I'm using here I have used student constructor, and I'm using get int get string method which is used to fetch the column values, right? And as we know index begins with 0, so I'm directly inserting this value in array list. So this array list will be filled up by all the records retrieved from cursor. And now I will simply create one object for our custom adapter, and we'll pass 3 parameters. First parameter must be context, second must be our custom list item layout file, right? That is student underscore list underscore item. As you can see, we have designed this file like this way. You can design it anywhere, right? And just third parameter we will pass here our array list. So array list will be filled up in this list view. Now we will use set adapter method of list view, and will pass the adapter object. So in actually adapter will fill the list view. Now let me run this. Now first of all let me add one record, and then we will display all the records in a list view. Just say J and now add student. Okay, it's working. Now click on display, and as you can see we have these records and it is working perfectly, right? So this way we can implement custom list view. Now we can add delete and update options in this list view.